Hey fiddle players, Fiddle and Mike here for another lesson. I'm going to teach you a fiddle tune. You're going to learn Cripple Creek. It's in the key of A. This is a really popular basic tune for beginners. You can play it bluegrass style. There's also a great Texas style arrangement. And today I'm going to teach you the basic version of Cripple Creek. And then in the coming weeks I'm going to give you a great version transcribed straight from the playing of Benny Thomason, who's one of the founders of Texas fiddling style, a great fiddle player. And so I'm going to take his arrangement off of the Weezer Reunions album, where he's playing Cripple Creek with his son Jerry Thomason, who plays tenor guitar. And he plays a great Texas version of Cripple Creek. I'm going to give you that version in a couple weeks. Right now I'm just going to teach you the basic version of Cripple Creek in the key of A. Alright, now let's slow this down. Here's the A part, super slow. Okay, now let's go through each section and take a look at the fingerings and the notes. This is a basic version, so this is going to be quick. Here's the A part. You start with your third finger on the E string. Okay, and then you go down to the open. You play that twice, and you play the open string. You go to a high 2 on the A string. Then you do 3 on the A string, open E, and a 1 on the E string. So, then you go back down to the open E string. So going back through those notes again. Okay. Now the next phrase, you literally repeat the first phrase, except you walk it down to the open A string instead of the upper E string. Watch. So the first one, we ended up high. The second time we go down low. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. And you go to that third finger first instead of the second finger like in the first one. Let's play those together. Now the next phrase is the same as the first one. Alright, so let's go through those 3 phrases together. Okay, now this last phrase starts on the A string and you play a high 2 on the A string. and you play it twice. Then you walk down the open A string, 2, 1, 0, and you do it slightly faster, so do 16th notes instead of 8th notes. Then you go down to the D string and play a 1, a 2, it's a high 2, and then open A. Okay, one more time with that. Okay, now all 4 parts together. Okay, now now let's take a look at the B part, nice and slow. The B part picks up right where we left off. The last phrase of the A part, like this. Okay. The first phrase of the B part starts similarly on a high 2. The way I played it, I'm going to slide into that high 2. Okay, so play 2, 2, then 2, 1, 0, and then you play 2, 2, and then an open E. Alright, now let's mash those together, the first and second phrase. Okay, now the third phrase here is the same as the first one. And then, so that's a 2, 2, 2, 1, 0, just like the first phrase. The next phrase, you go down to the D string and you play the 1, high 2, open A. So let's combine all those together now. Okay. The next phrase is going to repeat the first phrase. And then the next phrase repeats the second phrase, so it literally just repeats itself. Okay, let's play all those together again so you can see how they fit. Now, a word on those slides. Slides it's really actually important that you do slides in an appropriate way. A lot of people start doing slides and they don't do them in a way that sounds tasteful. For instance, they'll go, and that kind of sounds like a silly children's song when you play it like that. You don't want your slide necessarily to be too fast. And of course the speed and duration of the slide is something that you can change according to your ear, how you like to play it. It's, of course, your playing is all up to you. And slides are a great way for you to find your own voice. The way I like to do slides, at least in this song, is it's a bit of a slower slide. Okay, so you hang out in the lower part of the slide for a little bit longer. And you really emphasize that first note. Instead of sliding, you don't want to slide into that note too quickly. That just sounds a little mechanical. It doesn't have any feel to it. The slide is really supposed to be kind of groovy and have a little bit of feel to it. So you want to really spend some time on that lower note. Okay. Now, of course, there's a lot of different types of slides, and you're going to see all of them in these lessons. But that's just one type, and the way I did it is you should practice getting the slide just like that, so you have it in your fingers and it's familiar to you, and you can use it whenever you want. Alright, that's it for now. Basic Cripple Creek. I'm off to the National Fiddlers Contest to go and hang out and jam. It's up in Weiser, Idaho every year. My flight actually leaves in a couple hours, but I wanted to get this off to you guys. So that's Basic Cripple Creek. Watch out in the next couple weeks or two. I'm going to put up Benny Thomason's Texas version of Cripple Creek. A great version of this tune. This lesson I'm putting up free for anybody to view that better Cripple Creek version from Benny Thomason is going to be available to gold members. The full 30-minute lesson as well as the tabs. The tabs for this lesson are also available at fiddleandmike.com. You can get a silver membership or a gold membership. The gold membership is where you can get that Benny Thompson version, and you get a new lesson every single week. But you can check out this lesson for free as well as the tabs for free at fiddleandmike.com. Check it out.